you kind of covered every aspect of people's conceptions of race except for white supremacists, which I found interesting. You kind of like hit every conception that people have about race, but you didn't talk about the people who actually believe that they're racially superior to others.
I think they're just unintelligent people. Like what?
I
Like
mean, there are plenty of highly educated people who believe that.
I don't equate in education with intelligence. If you believe that your race, you're superior, okay, that's a good question. Let me break this down. Let me break because I get what you just said. There are some people who are highly intelligent that use numbers. Like, let's say that you use a number. Let's say that you are like, this many white people have this IQ. And then you look in some countries in Africa and like the IQ is just like bottom of the barrel, something like that. The way I look at it is that's just how nature is. Like you have some people who are raised in certain environments and they are going to benefit. We live in a modern society, so our IQ is going to be higher, blah, 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 that kind of stuff. When you take that kind of information, it's just like if I was born in a rich family, it's the same thing. If I was born in a rich family and I go to the hood and I look down on poor people or, people who don't have any money, what kind of individual am I? Like, what does that say about our society? What does that say about the society you want to live in? In other words, you can be highly intelligent, and highly intelligent pretty much doesn't. I mean, there's intelligent people, highly intelligent people that are out on the street and who are homeless. None of that stuff means anything. But if you want to be and this is just my perception, I could be wrong, right, or whatever. But if you want to be a contributing member of society who, genuinely is contributing and, like making your life, living a life of meaning, then you can't, I don't think it's just not compatible to think that you're just because you have a trait. What is the trait called? A trait that you can't control, a immutable trait. If you have an immutable trait that you're just born with and you think you use that to think that you're superior than someone else with another immutable trait, I just can't see you as an intelligent person. And when I say intelligent, I'm talking about social intelligence, I'm talking about emotional intelligence, and I'm talking about academic intelligence. You just can't, it's just not compatible.
I hear you. I hear you, brother. Okay. So let's just take what you just said there for now. Okay. What you need to understand, right, is that whether that's true or not, right, a lot of people do not believe what you just said. A lot of people do believe if someone's homeless that it says something about them. A lot of people
it does say something about you.
Yeah, but people will make up what it means. Like my point is like that's how people operate. People will make it up. It doesn't matter what it actually means. People will make up what it means. People will make up what it means that you're black. People will make up what it means that you're white. Okay? Like people will imagine what it means. And it doesn't matter.
Why should I waste my time on what they made up in their head?
Because sometimes it's not about okay, you go back to this waste your time thing, but like what you have to understand is if someone believes something about you and they're in a position of power over you, that is when it matters. Maybe it doesn't matter before that, okay? Maybe it never matters in 99 out of 100 situations. But when, for instance, I was in my clinical law program in law school and my supervisor is a racialized white woman and I'm trying to do the clinic a second time under her purview and she's the one who's going to dictate whether I get a job in the law or not, and she tells me because she's looks at me and she sees that I'm not like a rich kid like the rest of these kids I'm going to law school with, and that I'm a black kid, and she tells me that I need to be more submissive to her, to my face, in a professional environment, then it matters. Okay, that she
Well, yes, then that and I oh yeah, that would matter. Like I would be obsessed with it. When you're directly trying to impede my progress,
that
we have
happens all
problems.
the time, brother. It happens all the time. And people don't
I'm
even
not
have to
going to
do it
say
to
it
your
doesn't happen
face.
all the time. I'm not going to say it does happen a lot, but not to the point where it's like everywhere and everybody experiences it all at the same
I'm
time.
not, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether everybody experiences it or not. It is pervasive. Okay. That's the point I'm making. It's extremely pervasive. Like I've experienced it many times in different locations. People
Hmm.
experience it. And so like, I'm not making some claim about everyone experiencing it. I mean,
Hmm.
who could know that, you know, like I have no idea. What I do know is that the consequences of the racial hierarchy extend far beyond what any of us could ever measure or even perceive. So I don't even think anyone can make a statement about that because how do I know that? Why do I know that? Because I actually investigated it. I investigated the consequences and I know that they're far reaching, they're beyond the scope of our perception, and
Here,
that they can happen to us without our conscious knowledge. I'm sure that you've experienced it and you probably don't even know. Thanks for watching. For access to the full length conversation and all of the 2 hour long unedited conversations that I've had on race, click the support link in the description below. Thanks for your support and see you next time.